This is a story about two very good friends, Mr. Wiggle and Mr. Waggle. They both lived on top of very, very high hills. In their houses, they opened their doors, they went inside, and they closed the door. Well, one day, Mr. Wiggle decided he was going to visit Mr. Waggle. So he opened his door, he popped out, and he closed his door. And he went down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. He got to Mr. Waggle's house and knocked. But there was no answer. So he tried again. But there was no answer. Mr. Waggle must have been asleep. So Mr. Wiggle decided to go back down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. He got back to his house. He opened his door, went back inside, and closed the door, and went to sleep. Well, later that day, Mr. Waggle decided he was going to open his door, pop outside, and close the door. And he said, I'm going to go visit Mr. Wiggle. So he went down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. He got to Mr. Wiggle's house, knocked 3 times, but there was no answer. So he tried again. But there was still no answer. So he had to go back home. He went down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. Went back inside and closed his door. Well, both Mr. Wiggle and Mr. Waggle decided to go visit each other at the same exact time. They both opened their doors, they popped outside, and they closed their doors. And they both went down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. And they both saw each other and they said, hello. And then they talked and they talked and they talked and they talked for a very, very, very long time until it got very late and they decided they had to go back home. So they both went down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill. They opened their doors, they went inside, and they closed their doors. The end.